Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Uniquely Tay. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to create this DIY faux ice cream sundae. I created it using Dollar Tree products, the Crayola Model Magic, where you can get from Dollar Tree, Dollar General. You can also get from Walmart. You're going to take your Model Magic and you are going to roll it into a log, a small log. As you can see, I have my babies with me, but a small log, and you're going to roll it to your consistency. We are going to make a soft serve version of ice cream sundae. So I'm just rolling it out real thin till I get the right consistency that I need. And once I get that consistency that I need, now I'm going to actually just roll. That's what we're going to be doing, just rolling. I pray that everyone is doing fine on today. I pray that you're having a blessed and prosperous Saturday. I'm having a great day on today. I feel good. I thank God for being here. I just thank God for another day and another moment in Him. All right, so those pink ice cream cups, they pretty much came from Family Dollar. I bought those my mom gifted me those a couple of years ago. And that's what we're going to be using to build the ice cream sundae. We're going to be using those, and we're going to also be using the baking cups that you use for cupcakes. We'll be using that also to go on the inside. All right, so I'm going to use two of those. And two of those baking cups helps give the height that you need. You see how my ice cream sundae has a lift? When you put two of those baking cups to the bottom, it gives the lift that you will need. You will end up hot gluing that to the cup later on in your video. So we're going to go back through and we're going to keep working the Model Magic till we get the consistency of our choice. I want to make sure I have enough that's going to give me the height also that I'm going to use for the ice cream sundae. So it's up to you. You can create your sundae in the cup, but my advice is to do it in your hand so you can get the shape and form that you desire. So I'm going to roll slightly in a circular motion to form the ice cream. And then you see that's my bottom. Then I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to flip it. Once you flip it, what once was the bottom becomes your top. And we're going to place that in the ice cream cup itself. We're going to place it right on in. And then our next step is just to add our cherry. That's what we're going to do next. That's exactly what we're going to do in our next step. But right now my church is in 50 days of consecration. I thank God for what He is doing in our church and in my life. If you're in need of healing, deliverance, a touch from God, salvation. I belong to the Light Church of Clayton, North Carolina, and I'm going to drop their link down below in my description. Check us out. We have church every Sunday. We also have Impact on Thursdays, which is our Bible study, and we also is currently having prayer at our church every day at 7 p.m. and 7 noon and 12 noon. Excuse me. But I'm so excited about what's going on in my church and in my life. And I will be definitely dropping their channel down in my description box. Go check it out for a mighty move of God. God is doing great things. And I'm so grateful unto God for that. But right now I am making my nephew and my daughter. I'm making their ice cream also to go in their cups. That's the little one you just saw me do. And now I'm going to apply the cherry on top. Those cherries I got from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has a lot of faux fruits and vegetables, and that's where I get a lot of my faux fruit and vegetables from. So I am going to take those cherries, I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to apply them on top. I generally use the smaller ones, since the ice cream sundae cups that we're doing are small. And right now I'm rolling out my nephew's ice cream because I'm currently doing this DIY with kids. So that's why I had to take the sound off and do a voiceover because it was so loud. It was so loud. And there's no way you all would have been able to hear me. So pretty much, I'm getting ready to make my chocolate sauce for my sundae. It consists of the Mod Podge. It consists of the melted chocolate paint and glue. Any glue of your choice. And that little cup that I'm mixing it up in is just a real small cup that I had in my home. I mixed all three of those products together to create my chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce. So I advise you to glue on your cherry first before you put not the hot chocolate, I'm sorry, before you put your chocolate syrup or your chocolate sauce on top. So I'm placing the cherry right there in the center to seal in that opening so you wouldn't see where it was open. And then I'm going to also hot glue the actual soft serve ice cream, faux ice cream, to the baking cups. So it will be like stable and I won't have any issues with it coming up. Just apply a little pressure and let it dry. In the process, I noticed that my actual Model Magic wasn't dry yet. So I had actually put fingerprints within the Model Magic. So pretty much once you hot glue it in place, you just take your fingers because your Model Magic is not dry. I normally create my faux foods before my Model Magic dries because I let it sit for a few days. But you just rub your hands throughout the Model Magic to give it a very smooth consistency to take away all of the fingerprints that may be left within the Mod Podge itself. Not Mod Podge, but the Model Magic itself. So I created another one. I think that one was for my daughter. Because, of course, like I said earlier, I was DIYing with my niece. I mean, not my niece, my daughter and my nephew. I'm adding her cherry onto hers. They love creating different things with me. So this was something that they just had to join in me with. And I knew I had to record. And I was just like, I don't want to have to create something that I wish that I would have recorded. So I went on, even though I was helping them in the process, I still recorded it. I said I would have to do a voiceover because I just knew that they were going to be loud to some point and to some extent. So you know how that can be when you're working with kids, but I love them. All right. I've already put her cherry on. I'm setting all of their items to the side. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to start applying the chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce to the ice cream itself. I just love making faux foods. Faux foods have become one of my loves. I enjoy it. I try to test myself out with making new items. So I'm going to add my chocolate syrup to my ice cream. I had to add a little bit more Mod Podge to it. That Mod Podge is Dollar General's brand of Mod Podge. Dollar General carries Mod Podge, but it's in their own brand. I think it's Crafter's Closet. And I'm just taking my craft stick and I'm just drizzling the chocolate syrup or the chocolate sauce on top of the ice cream itself. Just take light drizzles all around the ice cream itself. There's no perfect way. To me, when you do it kind of messy and all over the place, it makes it look the most realistic because everyone knows that chocolate just runs. So I'm going to take some of these small foam beads and apply it to the ice cream sundae itself. I'm using that as sprinkles. I think one of my kids got that as a Valentine's Day gift. They never played with it. And like I always tell everyone, shop your home, recycle what's in your home. And when I noticed that they weren't going to play with that, I said I can make an actual DIY out of that. So I saved it. And when it was time for me, when I wanted to do my ice cream sundae DIY, that I knew that was what I was going to use for the sprinkles. So just give your ice cream sundae a generous amount of sprinkles. If you do not have these particular color foam balls, Dollar Tree sells the colorful foam balls, inside of their crafter square section. So you still can get these colorful foam balls. They may not be as small as mine, but they do have them in various colors at Dollar Tree. So this one right here is already dried. I did that particular sundae a few days prior to the recording of this video. But now it's completely dry. I advise you to wait for your sundae to dry completely before you actually put the hot glue, like glue the sundae to the cup so that it won't fall out. So I'm applying a generous amount of hot glue to the bottom because this sundae is completely dry. I'm putting pressure on it and letting it sit. So once that hot glue dries, then that sundae is complete. So make sure you actually glue your sundae to the bottom of your cup once it dries. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Uniquely Tay. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day. Love you all.